Hey, it's me, back once again and better than ever before. The middle-aged natural, also known as your very favorite natural internet bodybuilder. And as always, I'm coming to you with 30 plus years of physique constructing experience. Today I have a very important question to ask you, and I want you to ponder it very deeply. The question is, when people look at you and look at your physique, how would you like them to react? Would you like them to say, hey, looking good, man? Or would you like to maybe say, oh, you've been working out? Or would you like them to react like this?
God damn, bro, you jacked as fuck.
Or perhaps like this?
What the fuck? He's fucking ripped this shit.
Or would you like them to be so flabbergasted, so awestruck, that they actually just make up nonsensical words right on the spot when they look at your physique?
Ooh.
Well, if those are the kind of reactions that you want, today's your lucky day because I have some very useful information for you to construct your physique to get those kind of reactions. This is going to be a fun one, so stay tuned for the whole thing because you're going to love it. All right, so I think that for most of us who consider ourselves physique constructors, who want to construct physiques that really blow people away, the primary thing that we're focused on is size. And of course, size is very important. We all want that. We all work hard to get it. But equally as important as size, when you're talking about just overall impressiveness of an entire physique, is proportions. And the three aspects that come to mind when you're talking about proportions are shape, balance, and symmetry. These three things, if you develop them, which take a while to develop, especially if you're doing it naturally, will give you an overall impressive physique and get the kind of reactions you saw at the beginning of this video. And here you can see the results of my physique after focusing on these things the past several years. And even then, it's still not perfectly balanced and symmetrical, far from it, which is why I still continue to do things like you're seeing here. This is the kind of stuff you'll have to do if you're focusing on those goals. Extra work on one side for certain exercises to try and even everything out. But doing these seemingly goofy type of things will ultimately lead to a more impressive overall physique and better musculature as you will look heavier than you are or bigger than you are. You'll get these kind of reactions from people because your physique, for all intents and purposes, actually kind of looks more impressive than it really is based on the actual size that you have. This is what happens when you round it out, balance it out, get the proportions and the shape. A lot of people think I'm over 200 pounds or at least 200 pounds. Fact of the matter is I only weigh in the mid 180s as a lifetime natural lifter. And my height is pretty average, about 5'9.5". Not super short, not super tall. A lot of people think I'm a lot bigger than I am or I weigh more than I do because of the way I've constructed my physique. So what we're going to do throughout the rest of the way here is take a look at individual muscle groups across the body and look at the various workouts and exercises I do to target each of those muscle groups to balance it all out and to get a cohesive physique that looks impressive. So let's start here with the pectoral muscles. Obviously, you got the upper and lower pecs and the inner and outer pecs. You got the side deltoids right there. And you got the front delts, of course, and you have the traps, or those are the upper traps. And of course, you have the abs. You got the obliques right there. You have biceps and the often neglected brachialis muscle right there, and the brachioradialis muscle, the big meat of the forearm muscle. You also have triceps, of course. And from the back, you got rear delts and all the muscles of the back, too many to name. I don't even know them all, but of course you got lats, you got the mid and lower traps, you have the teres muscles right there, and you got the spinal erectors and all the inner back muscles up there like the rhomboids and yada, yada, yada. I don't even know them all. And of course you've got the quads, quadricep muscles, and you have hamstrings, a little bit of glute that you can see there, and the calf muscles. Now, in regards to just the upper body musculature, when you get all this right with a good amount of size and the balance and proportions, you will start to see that WTF face right there when people look at you, because you just look full and impressive and huge to them, even though you may not be. So let's go ahead and get started looking at the various muscle building exercises I've done over the last 30 years to construct what you see here, taking it all the way back to 96, starting off here with some flat barbell benching, some incline barbell benching. Good exercises. I don't do them too much anymore, really at all, but I do have footage from the years. There we are on the Smith machine right there. There's some incline barbell benching when I was rehabbing my torn quad. I have a video on that you could watch and enjoy. And just for this video, I did do a set of 135. Look at the way I'm handling that right there, just to prove I can still rep them out. That's amazing. Okay, but what I'd like to do mainly now is these dumbbell bench presses, and you can see I like to do the different angles, incline, decline, flat, doing it all. Give you a little more range of motion like I've talked about in previous videos. Watch my chest building video, folks. You'll like it and learn a lot from it. Here is some chest presses. These are good machines here. And we got some, guys, I haven't rehearsed this at all. I'm just watching these video clips and winging it and talking as fast as I can. But you can see a lot of this stuff is self-explanatory. There's some cable crossovers. You could also do pec deck machines, obviously. Let's move to the delts. Banging out some Smith machine military presses here. I like to do these for the front delts and the side delts. You can see I like to vary the rep ranges and the poundages so you hit all the muscle fibers. I have a video about that you want to watch. And what do we got coming up here? Oh, we got the behind the neck here. This really hits your side delts and your rear delts better than the front presses. And it'll sculpt what you're about to see here. You got the rear delt, the rear double bicep shot there that gets built with that exercise. Here we go with side delts. I like using them on the cables. You can do these with dumbbells also, but I like to build the side delts with these side delt cable raises, and also for the rear delts. And once again, you could do these with dumbbells. You could also do them on the reverse pec deck, but I like doing these, and they really do hammer your rear delts. Let's move on to the triceps. I don't really do these anymore to save the elbows. Banging out 120 pounds right there back in 2021. Now I hit those long heads of the triceps with machines and cables like you're seeing here. Still get great workouts. You can still sculpt and shape your arms into very impressive things. And here we go with some tricep press downs. We're using a V-bar right there. You want to vary all your grips and bars and handles. There's a straight bar. That really rounds out everything, rounds out your triceps, hits all the heads, and just sculpts them and shapes them. There's the camber bar on these also. Pretty good tricep press down machine right here. Hitting the outer head of the tricep. And what do we got now? We got the bicep curls, taking it back to 96. And you can see basic barbell curls. Here we go with more recent footage with the easy bar. Still a great mass building exercise for your biceps. Here's something I really like to do is cable curls. It's great for a pump. Look at the pump right there. The arms, the veins are popping out of the arms. And boy, this is really tough, but I'm trying to keep up. Here we go with simultaneous dumbbell curls, and you can bang those out, build some mass, sculpt some arms. Here we go with the hammer curls. That really hits the brachialis like I talked about earlier. Hammering those brachialis really give your arms an impressive look. I have videos on that. Watch them. Here we go with some incline curls. Those hit the brachialis and the bicep, the meat of the biceps. Here we go for the traps, the upper traps. I like to do my barbell shrugs on the Smith machine. You can do them with free weights, dumbbells, whatever. Here's a good rowing machine for the back, T-bar type rowing machine. Here we go with some free weights, barbell bent over rows. Here we go with the nice rowing machine, really sculpt in the back. You can see the teres muscles popping out. Here we go for width with the pull downs. We got the bar there. You want to vary these also. I like this one right here, that close little handle really hammers your lats and your brachialis muscles. Now we'll move on to the legs. Now I pretty much stick to squatting motions for the quads. Primary reason being is because of the torn quad that I had several years ago, completely destroyed. You see there, got a video on that. It's my highest rated video. I guess people enjoy watching carnage. You want to watch this too, join the other 1.4 thousand people to enjoy watching my misery. So we'll just do some basic squats here. That's what it pretty much, like I said, what I stick to. Can't do leg extensions. It's too awkward, too eerie of a feeling when I do those with my healed quad. You can see I'd use different weight ranges and rep ranges, poundages on squats. 275 here is about as heavy as I want to go nowadays. Don't want to risk anything or hurt anything. Here, I like this squatting machine here. It goes two ways, incline and decline. This is what I consider the decline squat. See, I got some lightweight on there, do high reps. Here I got not so lightweight. Got 6 plates aside here for a heavy set. Really hit the glutes too. Look how far the bum's coming out doing these. And this machine also allows you to flip around and do what I call the incline squats. A little harder to do them this way, so I use lighter weight, but you get that nice deep range of motion. You really build your whole thigh circumference from top to bottom, hit your glutes, hamstrings, everything. And you can see that just doing these squatting motions, I do hit the leg press machine once in a while, but just doing these squatting motions has been able to help me build some pretty respectable quads, especially when you consider I'm middle age, and I tore my quad and had to rebuild it from a stick leg that it became because it atrophied. hamstrings, of course, just the basic hamstring curls for that. You can also do hamstring stiff leg deadlifts. See, I have pretty good hamstring development. I'm not a competitive bodybuilder, so I do not focus too much on worrying about perfecting my legs. Calves right there, do some calf raises. My calves are my best genetic body part. I've had big calves ever since I was a real little kid, so I don't do too much for them, but there you can see the calves. And of course, you want to hit your abs. Don't listen to people who say you don't have to work your abs. All you got to do is diet. You got to build those things. You got to work them hard. You got to build muscle just like any other muscle group. Then you diet them down and show them off, and they look impressive after you've built them. So I only do about 2 or 3 main ab exercises, and you saw 2 of them there. And here's the physique, folks. This is what you want to go for. This is what we're trying to attain by doing all this hard work all these years. We want an impressive physique that makes people clap like that and cheer and applaud. And you can get that physique too if you watch my videos. And you should follow along, subscribe, because you don't want to miss any of this. Come back for more.